Okay, it's a pleasure to be here. It's nice to see so many faces. The first one I'm going to do is entitled The Cradle of Civilization. So, lend me your ears, please. This is for Baghdad, the place of my mother's birth, the cradle of civilization for what it's worth. The land I've never seen, culture I've never known. Iraq is in my heart, my blood, my flesh and bones. The air I've never breathed, the fragrance I've never smelt, the pride I've never had, the nationality that I've never felt. Saddam was bad, but are the Americans even more so? They made me grow like I was missing part of my torso. But I never picked up a grenade in my garden. I never saw people I loved die starving. I never saw my family die through many years of sanctions, while the ruler's family lived in palaces and mansions. I never had a family member kidnapped for a ransom. I never lost a friend to violence that was random. Bombings, occupation, torture, intimidation. 1 million dead people doesn't equal liberation. Forget division based on ethnicity or religion. Whether you're Sunni, Shia, Kurdish or Christian, pain is just pain. If you're a person that's missing, we all deserve a life in this earth that we live in. Is there enough words that can say how deeply Baghdad is burning today? And it's not about pity, hands out or sympathy. It's about pride, respect, honor and dignity. Babies being born with deformities from uranium. Those babies aren't just Iraqi, they're Mesopotamian. And what I view on the news is making me shiver, because I look at the victims and see the same face in the mirror. This system of division makes it harder for you and me. Peace is a question, the only answer is unity. So many dreams about this place that I've never seen, this place my family had to leave in the 70s. It rains white phosphorus in Fallujah. This is for those that won't live to see the future. Sorry that I wasn't there, sorry that I couldn't help. I'm sorry for every tear, and sorry you've been put through hell. Still I feel like an immigrant, an Englishman amongst Arabs, and an Arab amongst Englishmen. Like I said, they never gave me the culture, but they did give me Kubad Halab, Hakaka and Doma, and the Ismi Kareem, or Amri Talata, or Ishrin, or min Baghdad, or Abuya min Dover. And that's the combination that I carry on my shoulders. Still I rep till my death, till they kill and seal my flesh. From now, all the way back to Gilgamesh. Such a villainized and criticized nation, you will always be the cradle of civilization. Thank you very much. The next one I'm going to do is entitled Terrorist. It's really hot up here, by the way. I want you lot, if you know the lyrics to this one, I want you lot to sing along, yeah? They're calling me a terrorist. Like they don't know who the terror is. When they put it on me, I tell them this. I'm all about peace and love. But they're calling me a terrorist. Like they don't know who the terror is. Insulting my intelligence. Oh, how these people judge. Come on, guys. I know this is London and everybody feels a bit cool. Now, well done. Thank you very much. I respect that.
I'm French, so...
Exactly. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. The French are hitting the streets. We're hitting the streets only now. And what we're about to see are the biggest cuts since the 30s. So if you're not politicized now, then you're going to be politicized pretty soon. When somebody you love loses their job, when somebody you love has to pay $9 grand a year to go to university, and these are being put in place by MPs who went to university for free. Generations of MPs that went to uni for free. So if you're not, as a British citizen, aside from anything else that you might attach to your name, as a British citizen, our country, really, they're still occupying Iraq, but officially they're not. But they're occupying Afghanistan as we speak. This is another country in the world where our army, which is meant to represent us, has invaded and dropped depleted uranium weapons. Children being born with all manner of deformities because of weapons that were dropped by British and US soldiers. So this is something that we really have to get involved. But yeah, so the chorus terrorist, if you know it, but I'm just gonna go in now. Listen. It seems like the rackheads and packies are worrying your dad, but your dad's favourite food is curry and kebab. It's funny but it's sad how they make your mummy hurry with her bags, rather read the Sun and study all the facts. Tell me, what's a bigger threat to human society? BAE systems or homemade IEDs? Remote controlled drones killing off human lives, or man with homemade bomb committing suicide? I know you were terrified when you saw the towers fall. It's all terror, but some forms are more powerful. It seems nuts. How could there be such agony when more Israelis die from peanut allergies? It's like the definition didn't never exist. I guess it's all just dependent who your nemesis is. Irrelevant how eloquent the rhetoric peddler is, they're telling fibs. Now tell us who the terrorist is. They're calling me a terrorist, like they don't know who the terror is. When they put it on me, I tell them this: I'm all about peace and love. Peace and love. But they're calling me a terrorist, like they don't know who the terror is. Insulting my intelligence. Oh, how these people judge. People judge. Lumumba was democracy, Mossadegh was democracy, Allende was democracy, hypocrisy, it bothers me. Call you terrorists if you don't want to be a colony. Refuse to bow down to a policy of robbery. Is terrorism my lyrics? When more Vietnam vets killed themselves after the war than died in it? This is very basic. One nation in the world has over 1,000 military bases. They say it's religion, when clearly it isn't. It's not just Muslims that oppose your imperialism. Is Hugo Chavez a Muslim? I didn't think so. Is Castro a Muslim? Didn't think so. It's like the definition didn't never exist. I guess it's all just dependent who your nemesis is. Irrelevant how eloquent the rhetoric peddler is, they're telling fibs. Now tell us who the terrorist is. They're calling me a terrorist, like they don't know who the terror is. When they put it on me, I tell them this: I'm all about peace and love. Peace and love. But they're calling me a terrorist, like they don't know who the terror is. Insulting my